Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. This time we're going to talk about the Mezco 112 Collective Gambit from X-Men. Yeah, I like this figure a lot. I know a lot of people are going to have their gripes with this, but I personally don't care. It's just one of those things where it's like, hey, if you absolutely adore Ab Crunch and you feel like you need it on your Gambit, I get it. I really do. So it's not one of those things where I'm not going to knock you for it, because you know what you like. You know your preferences. You know your aesthetic. This does not have the crazy ab crunch you're expecting that the Mafex to have. But in terms of look and what we get here, I think Gambit is a totally really good looking figure and photogenic as hell. But again, if that's not what you're looking for, you should not go further into this review. But yeah, let's get to it, right? Let's jump straight to the important stuff. So I'm gonna raise it up a little bit, I'm gonna fix my focus, and we're gonna talk. As you can see, the head sculpt is actually really solid based off of that 90s Gambit vibe. If you don't want your 90s Gambit vibe, I don't know what to tell you, but you're definitely gonna get it here with your 90s cartoon, squinty-eyed, Cajun speaking, you know, Remy like it when you do that, you know, whatever it is that's gonna work for you. This will visually please it in that manner in terms of the look of this guy. If you even get really close up on his head sculpt, although it's still soft, like it's not going to be as good as the promo shots, it is still there. That is a solid sculpt, even with the 5 o'clock shadow. This was done really well. I love the way the hair is sculpted as well too. So that even that little scowl that he puts off, this is really nice. And just in case you can't see it, those eyes are black with red pupils. Now, in terms of articulation, that's where it's going to get tricky for some people. So let's get to that. Our head can look up, like really far up. We can look down, not as far down, obviously. We can tilt side to side, and we can turn all the way around with pretty much no limits. I'm gonna pop this head out so I can just fix his neck. I like to visually have it the proper way. That's a me thing. As far as our jacket goes, our jacket will hinder a little bit of that articulation, but you can force it to sit well. Our collar is wired as well too. Well, sorry, it's not wired, but it feels wired. I'm sorry, it is not wired, but it does nice. It can fold down, as you can see here. You may have trouble depending on your jacket. It'll vary jacket to jacket. We will go over articulation with and without the jacket. With the jacket, you will still be able to get a T-pose with no problem. You can still get your bicep swivel. Obviously, you need to be careful about how you turn your jacket. You will still have your double jointed arms, but it's going to bunch up here with the jacket. I can't recommend anything for it because the bunching is just going to be bunching. So I'm going to fold these arms back down. Here in the ab section, you won't get any articulation because the plastic is not soft. Some people are not going to like that. Some people are actually going to hate that. I don't have any particular whatever towards it. So it's one of the things, yeah, it's hindered. Would I like it to be soft? Whatever. I would recommend cutting it if I actually had the skill to do that, but I'm no customizer, so I suck at it. Our legs can go really far apart. So Gambit got Gambit moves. As you can see here, we actually have a ton of great leg movement. We can also ever so gently tilt him side to side with that waist, so we can actually get a little bit more waist. So you can see it can turn here. We have double jointed legs. We have a little bit of boot turning here. And as far as our ankle pivot, it gets really weird because for me, one of my ankle pivots is really good and the other one, not so much. So as you can see, for the legs, I can go, it's on a ball joint. So actually I can pop this off because it should be okay. Or was it the other one? No, it's the other one, sorry. So my other one actually pops off very easily. There we go. And you'll see that it's on a ball joint. And like I said, pop right back in, get a nice solid turn out of it. So in terms of ankle pivoting him up, it's not very good, but it's workable, it's passable. It's one of those things. So as you can see here, as I pose him by turning him to the side, getting those legs up, rotating those arms, you can get Remy to get some solid, good Remy-like poses. Remy like it when you pose him. Especially some comic-like poses. As you can see, the jacket is wired along the sides, much like Blade's was. Oh, by the way, you do get thigh swivel. And like I said, they've been leaving that room for stuff not to bunch. So as you can see, when I'm rotating it, there are no issues with his rotation, which I absolutely love. That boot cut rotated in a little bit. Having that wide jacket really looks good. So as you can see, Remy can still get somewhat posed up. It looks pretty good. Like I said, he's photogenic as hell. But if you were looking for articulation, this will not work for you. It's going to be something you're going to be pretty pissed about. But again, I like how this looks. This visually pleases me. Oh, one thing I will do, because I've done it for the people, I took an L, is that I did remove the armor on my extra Gambit. And as you can see, this Gambit actually has very wide shoulders. You can see without that neck piece, it all is, it's a big deal because the body actually looks completely different without the armor on of it. Like, it just looks crazy. But he does look good because, like I said, you will get that double joint. You'll actually get it. And you do get ab crunch. It's just really tight in there. But you won't even notice it because watch this, right? This is as far as it goes and you won't notice it because guess what? There's a lot of material in the way. You won't even tell it he's actually crunching his abs. So look, this is with ab crunch, actually crunching forward. You can't notice it. Going backwards though, you'll notice it because see it's stretching in the way. You can see where that arc bends, see? So look, you can actually get really good poses out of Remy without the armor as well too. So for those of you that want to see what it looks like, I'm going to put on the extra jacket and we're going to pose it up with the jacket without the armor to see what it is for you guys. And this is why it took me a while to actually get this review done, because I was studying ways about how I can bring the knowledge to you guys, help you guys out with your choices. But I'm pretty sure tons of people have already made their choice and either pre-ordered it or didn't pre-order it, and it worked out for you because you actually knew what you wanted. But for those of you in the fence, you're gonna watch me and a bunch of other reviewers, and they're gonna help you make your choices. That's what we're here for, to help you. We're gonna be informative. So, as you can see here, posed up. Got some cool jumping poses on Remy. Remy like when he poses them. So you can actually get really cool poses. I think that if you're going to take off the vest on yours, I highly suggest you cut and save this top piece so you can put it on top, and then probably cut out the belt so that way at least you'd have a belt on him too, so he doesn't look as naked. But I think he looks good without the armor. But you're gonna need the jacket because without the jacket, Remy doesn't look as good. Remy look kind of bony. Because if you stand him straight up, again, a little naked without a belt and his topper for the armor, but it does look good. So you do have options and you have choices. I know some people don't like modding. Me, I personally love it because you get something different from what everybody else has. You get to have fun. The same people who do simple things like black washes. You get to have fun. But again, it may not be your style. So right back to the actual stock figure. What we're going to do is jump into those accessories so we can have some fun. So I'll see you guys all in about a second. Yeah. All right, we're going to jump into what Remy comes with. So obviously you will get playing cards. So they'll give you a, I believe that's a royal flush. I don't play poker, so I don't know. So you get one ace of hearts and you'll get a royal flush. I keep these in here only when I'm not using them, so that way I don't lose them. Using them or losing them. You'll actually get Gambit staff, Gambit Lofi staff. You take it everywhere. I wish we had gotten a collapsible version, but I like the fact that they included this anyway. This is actually a pretty tall staff. Ooh, let's fix that focus. My bad, y'all. So yeah, it's a pretty tall staff. It's actually tall, as tall, if not just about a little taller than him, which is pretty cool. You'll get an alternate head sculpt. And this is going to be like the somewhat smirking face. It is slightly different from the other one, but I like it just as much. And the hair flows slightly different in it. But I want to know what kind of gel that Remy uses because, boy, he get that hair stylish as hell. I really like this sculpt a lot. I use it a lot for photos. Then you'll get kinetic cards. So you have the regular cards. So here you have with one singular kinetic card, which you'll get a dedicated left hand for it, but it does fit in the normal hands. So you'll get a dedicated left hand for one kinetic card. Then you'll actually get the royal flush as a kinetic card set as well too. And it lights very well, as you can see here. You're going to get a throwing card hand. All left hand, no right hand. So apparently Remy must be left-handed. Then you have the throwing of 3 cards in succession. I love how this looks. This is a glorious piece right here. And it's soft plastic, so you don't have to worry about it breaking if you drop it. So if you drop it, you just drop it. Whoop, and I almost did it again. Then you have your normal hands. So you have your open action hands. And his gloves have a semi-gloss on the inside and the outside, which they might be a little bit more gloss on the inside than on out. And then you have staff holding hands. These hands can also hold cards as well too, but the ones for the left hand are particular holding cards that hold it at an angle. So you can definitely use these as well too. And that's everything that Remy comes with. And honestly, I have loved it. I loved photographing it. It was a ton of fun. Even breaking off the armor and doing like a real mod for the first time in a long time was fun as hell too. But without further ado, let's jump into those size comparisons. So let's get to it. All right, now sizing him up is gonna have some fun because I'm gonna compare with some Mezco and some Marvel Legends, X-Men stuff I have, as well as mixing it around like I always do. So let's get to that. I guess first I'll cover the Mezco stuff. So here we are with Mezco Magneto. And we have our resident bad guy turn good guy turn bad guy turn good guy next to Gambit. She said Gambit is actually taller than him. So Gambit stands right now as the tallest. Here we are with Cyclops. Gambit definitely, it seems to be on a brand new body. I mean, I'm pretty much can't confirm that, but I can definitely tell here that Gambit is on a newer body because his parts are just completely different. And as you saw, it just doesn't work out with the rest of it. But I really like it. Here we are with Cable. And I think Cable might be the one that's closer in height to him, if not a little bit taller. Last but not least, we have Logan, as usual. Short potato, short potato. So yeah, Remy and Cable seem to be the biggest so far. And Cable's boots are the ones that give him the height. But I'm going to count that because heels are heels, right? So let's move all the Mezco stuff out. And now we're going to compare. Oop, I knocked him down. I'm sorry, y'all. Ichigo scared me, but that's my own fault. So we're going to compare to some Marvel Legends. I think, oh yeah. So first up is going to be Colossus. I love this guy. I really wish I would have gotten this guy shiny painted up. This would have looked nice. So here's Colossus with Gambit, and I think these two pair perfectly. They really do. Here we are with a Marvel Legends Pyro, which I got in the other day, which actually I like this a lot. I like this Pyro. So glad we have an updated one now. It was so simple. I'm so glad it was done. The sculpt is really nice on it. Here we are with a 6-inch Pyro. I'm definitely going to add it with Storm, but I didn't do any photos with Storm because this Storm is not the one that matches the 90s one, and I would have never heard the end of it. So here we are with a Marvel Legends Storm, and she's smaller, and I'm totally fine with that. I really am. I like the size comparison between these two. What else do I have? Oh, I don't think I have any other Marvel Legends X-Men stuff that's necessarily out. So let's mix and match our lines. Here we are with a Bari Killer from the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. Fresh out of his box. Here we are with Storm Shadow from the G.I. Joe Classified selection. They're actually not that much smaller than him, especially because he's taller. Shout out to Manny for Storm Shadow as well, too. Thank you for that. Here we are next to other Mezco stuff. We're just going to do a teen body Stealth Suit Spider-Man. And then we have me on a Gomez Stealth Thoughts Bobby. I was actually sitting in this chair, looking cool. And as you can see, even with other Mezcos, Gambit is taller. Here we are with a Mythic Legions Tibius. Ooh. Coats against capes. I guess y'all had beef. Here we are with an SH Figure Arts Kamen Rider Kuga. And I don't even have to, even if I pose him straight up, you would see that he's significantly smaller. So it is what it is. The last couple are going to be the fun ones. Oh, you know what? Because I forgot, just in case you wanted to do him up against a Marvel Legends Wolverine, so you can see the real height comparison, because you know Wolverine is tiny. I like this comparison a little better because it just seems even smaller in stature. You know what? just because I like to add my man to stuff now. Here's my main man, Storm Collectible Skeleton. Being cool, samurai skeleton. And he actually looks down on Gambit. Gambit don't like the way you looking at me. Next up and last, we have a 1000 Toys synthetic carb, who again I had posed up on the side, and you'll see him being significantly smaller than your main man Gambit, but still having fun. All in all, this piece was a fun to photograph, as you saw on Instagram. I had a great time taking pictures. Obviously he's gonna suffer from the non-ab crunch thing, but I think if you're looking for a centerpiece that's gonna look fantastic, this is for you. If you're looking something for that's hyper articulated, you should probably wait for the Moth X, and you'll still probably be happy, because that look like it's gonna garner a very good 90s look as well. Overall, I hope you found this informative. I hope you enjoyed. And as always, please be good, do good, and drink your water, guys. Later.